Can't no part, all you know is kick back, run for me, back, get back, 911. Somebody's son did die, we need police on dispatch. You be with me, nigga, why is you mad? Come and get your bag, everything's on it, I be.
What's that word? YouTube's favorite face, DLace, and I'm back with another reaction video. Right now we got when a cop loses it when he gets a dirty look. Let's see what's going on. Hit that like button, subscribe button, leave comments, and if you haven't been tapping into the videos, make sure you tap into them. We don't know what you're doing yet. You're missing out on greatness.
You need more training. I need more training. You need sacrifice. Yeah. You got a mental problem. He said he's gonna catch a body. Everything recorded. Him right here. He said he's gonna catch a body out here. Everything he came up to me with a stick.
On August 23rd, 2020, police.
He came up to me with a stick. A stick. He gotta be from Naperville, boy. I ain't gonna lie. He graduated in Equa Valley. Talking about when he on the CPD.
Police officers on patrol in Chicago made the abrupt decision to detain a young man by the name of Leroy Kennedy. One moment Leroy was going about his day, and the next he was being tackled. His face.
My brother, not you, my brother.
Moment Leroy was going about his day, and the next.
Not you, my brother. They done got you too, peanut head at Hill. Boy, they done got you too.
Next, he was being tackled. His face ground into the pavement. Bro. He was resisting arrest. Officers would later inform him. But the original reason they stopped him seemed to mystify everyone, including the officers themselves, who seemed intent on behaving unprofessionally throughout the encounter. Right away, we're situated in the middle of a chaotic scene fueled by an incensed mob. They've just witnessed a violent incident instigated by the police themselves.
Hey, no, chill out. You know we'll roll your We'll roll your We just you. Take the come on, we'll roll your You just busted. Okay, you just busted. You playing, bro. You playing, bro. You playing, bro. You playing.
See, they trying to see, man, that's what I'm saying, bro. See, me personally, bro, I would never go at 12 like this. I'm cool, bro. I love my life too much. I love my life too much to lose it over anything. You feel me? So I wouldn't be going at 12 like this, but it's like 12 seem like, first of all, who this? Who that? You feel me? But 12 seem like they inciting it. He said, did he just say he want to fight him? Like, he just said just him, right? Like, he trying to fight. Would y'all do that? If 12's like, I'll take all this off record. Come on, let's fight. Would y'all do it? I would. I'll suit up. Boy, I'll suit the brakes off them, boy. Suit the brakes off them. Think smarter, not harder.
Man, you just you was trying to fight me, bro. You was trying to fight the trying to fight you. God, you touching me for no reason, bro. I ain't got shit on there, bro. I ain't take off running. I walk though. I ain't run. I walk though. On my man, I'm coming on. Stop pushing him, bro.
It's like, why y'all act like y'all trying to make y'all homie feel like y'all did something for him? Alright, but bro, y'all not finna do nothing to them. Y'all are doing this for no reason, bro. Y'all too grown, bro. Realize none of this is doing anything. He's still getting put in a car. He's still getting taken to jail. He's still finna get processed. Nothing's finna happen to the cop. What are you doing all this for?
I'm gonna get some medical attention over there.
You might expect that once Leroy is in the back of the squad car, his defenders will disperse. However, this seems to have the exact opposite effect.
I wouldn't expect that. See, you're not from Chicago.
Back up. I'll be that. Back up.
The chaotic scene has quickly evolved to what appears to be a standoff between officers and civilians. The officer, having put his hands around Leroy's neck and having thrown him to the ground, definitely doesn't appear to have been. I ain't gonna lie though, bro. It's like, it do seem like it's a lot, but if I tell you something, I'm a cop, you need to listen. As much as we don't like it, bro, there's an authority. There's a difference in authority. If a cop tell you to do something, you do it. Simple. Cop come up on me, get out. I'm gonna be like, what did I do? Be like, get out. I'm a, whoa, okay. What I do? Like, you feel me? It might take one more.
He's still walking without what? Nah, bro, you can't be like that, bro.
Warranted.
That's just not
While
how the world
exercising
works.
force against a fleeing suspect is allowed, so long as the force is reasonable under the circumstances, Leroy didn't appear to have been a fleeing suspect. He also didn't appear to have been resisting, nor did it seem he had any weapons on his person.
It
There
don't
must be
matter for
specific,
real, bro.
articulable facts to
guarantee
support
bro
the
still got his
exercise
job,
of
though.
force, and here
Be
we
trying
aren't
to tell
seeing
y'all, bro, I'm
any.
a realist. What's gonna get you out?
Cause you did. It is what it is. Ain't no nigga trying to lay your hand. That's why we don't like y'all. Should kill y'all. I hate y'all. You just my face up, bro. I ain't that, bro. I have nothing. Why you take? What y'all with me, bro? I walked though, bro. Did you move my hands? Bro, I walk. You want to search me, bro? How about the cop you search me? You can search me hands down, everything. I don't have nothing on me.
Handling in the cuffs. Take control now.
I got you, bro.
Okay, now disregard, take a disregard. Disregard handling in the cuffs. Augustine handling, take a disregard.
It also doesn't help that more police are joining the scene by the minute. It's hard to say who's most upset.
And it's more white cops.
The crowd, or the police.
More white cops.
One of the officers
That's
who
not making it
participated
better.
in the arrest appears to be particularly agitated and takes it out on the crowd.
Let's go then, skinny. Take that off, 140-pound ass.
Right.
140 pounds. Hold on with your homies. Come to you. That off. Take that off. I'm using that shit.
He wasn't like that when you just got out here. He was not like that. He was not like that. He said he got to go when you off the clock. He gonna get you every day.
You talking about we right here every day when you off the clock?
That's all that fuck, bro. Ain't nobody trying to tell you.
I appreciate you guys. Stay right there. That's fine.
Ain't nobody trying to tell you, bro. Why you getting all tough and down like that?
Sticks and all the people picking up sticks and pussy ass motherfucker. Thank you.
That man was not like that.
Me and just slammed on his head. We did. We know. We're not lying about it.
Right.
Okay. Oh, what the force for? He started fighting around. He choked him through the gate. We tried to talk to him. You pulled up.
You talking about the black.
Boy.
Yeah, because he slammed him on his
He did. I understand. Okay? But Buddy was coming up behind him. Okay? Trying to pull him away. He was. It's on camera. It's on camera.
talking to a white dude, bro. What's the issue? Lock your dumb. You need more training. I need more training. You need sanctified. You got a mental problem. He said he's gonna catch a body. Everything recorded. Him right here. He said he gonna catch a body out here. Everything
He came up to me with a stick.
Bro, straight home. You clipped him, bro. Take that. You him, bro. Take that.
See what I'm saying, bro? Like this be the bro. This is why I can't. Sometimes I just can't defend what we do, black people. I can't defend it. You think people are stupid, gang? You just record. He has a body cam on top of a street camera, on top of everything. And you think just because your camera out saying that he said he gonna catch a body that they gonna believe you, gang? Look at what you just walked up to him with a kendo stick. I used to hit people over the top of their head with them in WWE 2K7, gang. Kendo stick. Used to use it all the time from under the ring. Grab under the ring, you choose chair, kendo stick, all that. I choose the kendo stick. And you walking up to him. What do you like? Come on, bro. Like, y'all just gotta realize, bro, you can't outdo the police, bro. Listen to them. First of all, don't do nothing to get into trouble. Listen to them and go about your day, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And I know it's gonna be some of y'all that say the police gonna mess you anyway. I bet. But only people with like 20 to 30 plus offenses say stuff like that.
I think you
course they
misheard
gonna
the
mess with
officer,
you.
but he did in fact say that he was looking
They know
to
you
catch a
doing
body.
something.
And as he continuously points out to the crowd, it's all on video.
You
You picked up a bag. It's on camera. I did. I will.
Everything has gotten out of hand, and the officer needs to quickly separate Leroy from the scene. Considering the number of members of law enforcement who've responded to the scene, at least 1 to 2 should be making efforts to de-escalate the situation and to calm the civilians.
Around.
However, what we've seen isn't consistent with this. At this point, it's clear that the officers have lost control of the situation. Irate civilians have surrounded the cruiser, and Leroy should have already been transported away from the scene.
I wasn't? Your ass was inside. I'm intimidated.
There's something obviously wrong with him, bro.
The situation is now completely out of control. Officers are behaving unprofessionally, which tarnishes the law enforcement badge. While they should never let their emotions be seen, their anger has gotten the best of them. The civilians have a right to challenge authority, and the officers have no right to speak to the civilians the way they are, including the name-calling and threatening to lock them up as you just witnessed. As the police car begins to pull away, the officer continues shouting insults out the window.
Make more than you, bro. Running. Remind me to take this. Relax. I got you, okay? I got you. We got you. And nobody gonna treat you badly. I'm gonna get you water and everything, okay?
But based on the police treatment Leroy has experienced so far, though, these promises likely don't mean much. Back where the crowd is gathered, several bystanders attempt to explain how the situation has played out so far. The response they get is lackluster at best, if not outright dismissive.
Literally, that's all I'm saying, bro. At the end of the day, I get it. At the end of the day, gang, nothing's going to change. All these officers are going to keep their job. I want to see if these officers are going to get suspended. They still got a job. I want to see.
His sister, man. Put their hand on him. He jumped out. He grabbed him. He didn't try to get aggressive with him. He picked him up and slammed him, man. On the guy in the car.
When
the black
gentleman
officer
told him to not touch him, the officer got mad and choked him.
Yeah,
and then he tried to resist. The officer took him and slammed him on the ground.
That is facts.
Why did the police officer get out of the car?
We have no idea. They parked right here. They parked right here. They were sitting down right here. He started walking towards them. The gentleman got up and started walking away. I guess he didn't want no problem. They never found nothing on. He wasn't doing anything wrong. The black officer tried to corner him off, ran and chased him and blocked him off. He said, man, I ain't did nothing. Don't touch me. The officer grabbed him and started choking him.
My suggestion is, if you want to make a complaint, you can call COFA. But obviously, it looks like the guy's under arrest for something.
What that something is remains to be seen. An officer needs to take charge of the situation and give the disgruntled witnesses a voice. They need for someone to listen and to feel they've been heard. They should be given the option to fill out statements and potentially compose formal complaints. Even if the complaints don't move forward, perception is everything, even so much as giving the witnesses business cards as a way to build trust. For now, officers clear the original scene and arrange to meet EMS at a more controlled location. However, not all of the officers go quietly, fanning the flames of unrest before leaving the area.
Oh, we come out thick. That's how we do. I'm just talking to the community, bro. That's it. I still love you, though. I still love you. I love you, Papa.
They need attention. All right, let's go. They just need attention. I don't want to give them attention.
Just a few blocks away, one of the officers waiting for EMTs to assess Leroy finally thinks to ask a rather important question.
We jumped. What y'all doing? I'm trying to see what y'all arrested for.
What's he arrested for?
They instantly started fighting.
But you don't know what you're arrested for?
If that's, I ain't gonna lie, if that's what they arrested him for, he needs to get his lawyers ready to sue immediately. If they have no reason, they just did all that, sue now.
Arrested for? Hey, no, hey, see my face, do you see my
As we saw in the arrest footage, this isn't exactly true. It seems that the police are getting creative. Police chased Leroy down, and it was only after they laid hands on him that he began to flail.
They started grabbing on Ridge as he walked up, grabbing his back.
How you tell them chill out, and you wrongfully arresting him?
This claim may be true. Conflict once again flares between Leroy and the officers while they wait for EMS. Even rookies are taught not to engage with a yelling detainee. While it would go a long way in the court of public opinion and among a jury when footage shows officers not engaging, this particular officer opens the door to the cruiser and confronts Leroy. His act is clearly unprofessional. In addition, the backwards worn baseball hat wouldn't be a standard issued uniform item. Police already saw that Leroy had a phone during the arrest, the search, and when they initially placed him in the car.
Injuries from the takedown? Yeah. I see you. Yeah. Oh, Angelo Gray, 514-891-4. Angelo, I'm gonna sue all you. Angelo Gray, I'm gonna lose y'all job. Angelo Gray, I'm researcher. Harry, Rainer, whatever. Yo, Robinson on Long Park. What your fake out home? I'm gonna get all you. Angelo Gray. Watch this.
He said Angelo
Soon
Gray.
EMTs arrive to tend to Leroy's injuries. He's escorted out of the police car and into the ambulance while police decide who will accompany him to the hospital. Before getting underway, police take the opportunity to search.
And this would have pissed me off. Who paying for these ambulance and hospital bills? Y'all did this. Y'all just call. I was just mad at my business. If he comes up with no charge, who paying for this? This will piss me off right here.
Leroy again, but nothing incriminating has appeared in his pocket since the last time they checked. With that out of the way, they can finally head to the hospital.
Got some scrapes on the face. Got some scrapes on your forehead.
In addition to the scrapes on his face, Leroy was treated for injuries to his hands and wrists. There were also concerns about a concussion due to the force with which Leroy's head hit the pavement. While he has recovered physically, he's since come forward to say the encounter left him traumatized.
I don't understand why you still up.
What's up?
Why you still up?
Why am I still what?
Why the you still up?
Why am I still what?
You heard what I said.
It's a good question because you've certainly noticed Leroy still hasn't been told why he's under arrest. While the United States Supreme Court has held that it's good police practice to tell a suspect why they're being arrested when taken into custody, the Supreme Court has found no constitutional requirement to do so. Very few states statutorily require this in the United States. It's an exception far from the norm.
Patel 18129.
Damn sure gonna know. My lawyer come holler at y'all, you damn sure gonna know.
Cool.
Damn sure finna get y'all food.
Alright, that's good.
Like, you damn sure finna get y'all food. Patul.
Best of luck to you, buddy.
1829.
Patel.
Best of luck to you, buddy.
Good luck. Got 200,000 for the same. Got good luck. Why you grab me like that? Why you grab me for though? I don't get why he touching me, bro.
When Leroy's arrest came under investigation, it seemed police had very little to say for themselves by way of explanation.
Alright. Alright. We'll put everybody else as offenders that grabbed you. You know, we'll do that on the case report. We'll start head on. Yeah, the description or whatever. We'll get the camera. Alright, head on in.
It's clear that the sergeant is aware the situation has been botched. The story officer settled on was that Leroy looked directly at the officers as they drove by, widened his eyes, and then walked away. It appears that Leroy was violently arrested for the serious crime of looking surprised. The official report went on to mention that police suspected Leroy might have had a gun when he reached for his pocket, but as they later discovered, all he could have been reaching for was his phone or glasses. It seems the real reason Leroy was stopped was simply a case of bullying or misuse of power. Leroy was charged with resisting arrest and aggravated assault against a peace officer. All charges were dropped a few months months later, thanks to the body camera footage, which proved Leroy was not the instigator. Leroy proceeded to sue the City of Chicago Police Department for personal damages, as well as to ensure this sort of situation doesn't happen again. He was ultimately awarded $195,000. Clearly, the situation should have been handled much differently. While police training has progressed over the years.
Now, Leroy, what did you do with that money, Leroy? This fresh off 2020 PPP code, I know. Leroy, please tell me you doing something better in life. Please tell me, Leroy. 190K, Leroy. Please tell me, Leroy. Please tell me. I better not see you outside nowhere looking like you just looked in this video, Leroy. I'm gonna tell you that right now, Leroy.
I'm a fault with
Can't no part, all you know is kick back, run up on me back, get back, 911. Somebody's son that died, we need police on dispatch.